Okay, so here's the thing. You and I talked about this when we were talking about NXT. Was the Tyra Mae Steele debut match now versus this Thekla debut match? I liked the Thekla debut match better if I am looking at it as I'm telling you that this somebody is special.
Oh yeah, I agree. I wasn't even thinking about that, but I don't think there's any question. I thought Thekla came off as a much bigger deal than the real deal, Tyra Mae Steele. I don't know if that's her nickname, but it should be.
And Tyra Mae Steele has every possible advantage that you would want in
Mm-hmm.
someone who is debuting on NXT. And they found a way to make it mean even less. Like, I was appalled by the whole thing. It's like, and you know how I feel about them
Yeah,
not using her real name. I think it's like really silly. But
yeah, it
then,
doesn't bother me.
but then to promote it as, what if Kurt Angle was like Aaron Gold? Like, he would have been a jabroni. Like, Kurt Angle is Kurt Angle because it's like a real dude and he had real pedigree.
Well, okay, I'll push on that a little bit because I don't think that, what's her real name? Tamira Mensah Stock.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's a well-known name to wrestling fans. Like I don't, I don't think I don't think there's a lot of WWE fans watching the Olympic wrestling. I could be wrong. But like I know with Kurt Angle, maybe it was the name. It's a name that's easy to remember, and it was a good story. He won with the broken neck and all that. He was in ECW before he was in WWE, so he had a little bit of that going for him. So like in that sense, yeah, I mean, changing his name would have been dumb. It is dumb that they changed the name, but I mean, they obviously wanted those initials. They kept the same initials, TMS. I don't know why they change some people's names. They don't change other people's names. But like just looking even at NXT, Mariah May came off as 10 times a bigger star than Tamara, whatever her name is, Tyra Mae Steele came off as, I thought.
And they put her, and this is not an NXT show, so I kind of went a little bit
yeah.
ahead, but we'll
Jeff
get
and I
to
do this
Dynamite
too.
thing.
Yeah.
They put her in a spot where it is very clearly not her strength, which is to be in a skit with Baby Santino, whose entire gimmick is to be in skits and not in the ring. And so it's just like this weird booking. I don't know if they were like, well, we're going to see if she can swim. We're going to throw her out. This is what NXT is, brother. And I was like, come on, guys.
The message that they told me, and I assume you as well, is if you were even thinking about watching that LFG show, don't bother, because like Jasper Troy and her won, and Jasper Troy was booked even worse last week than she was this week. So yeah, but yeah,
I do think she'll be impressive. I think she will rise to the top because she's so talented athletically. But there's also a possibility where she's like, this wrestling stuff is kind of weird. I may go find and do something else.
Well, I did watch LFG, and I did watch. I've seen her on Level Up last year, and she's got unique charisma. She's really good in the ring when she's in with the right people. And there was that one match that everyone was raving about with Kendall Gray, and I mean they're both green, but they're both they both have legit chops, and they had a really good match. So I think that there's I wouldn't write her off at all. She reminds me of Willow with her personality. So if she can get that over, she even does a pounce like Willow does. So, there is some of that. So we'll see what happens with her.
And I guess to summarize, I was just impressed with the Thekla debut. That's what I want
Absolutely,
to see
yeah.
when we see debuts like that.
I wish that it would have been on Dynamite, but that's the only criticism I have. The actual execution of it on her end. And the other thing is I would have wanted that video that they aired last week. After she did the attack, that's when I would have aired that video. And then maybe again this week, because that video was awesome. Because I have no familiarity with Thekla.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, so yeah, that was good.